Imagine a world without worry. A place where everyone is who they say they are, where the people and assets most important to you are protected. A safe space. For over 3 decades, Margins ID Group and its subsidiaries have been building this world. Our state-of-the-art access control systems, asset tagging systems, and CCTV installations ensure that the assets most important to you are protected. We have designed and built award-winning national identity infrastructures, supported by our ultra-modern in-house designed and built verification system. We are the identity experts. We represent you, and we are certified to do so. Proudly, the only African facility to be certified by Intergraph at central banking level. Margins ID Group, made in Ghana by Ghanaians for the world. Visit us now at www.marginsgroup.com.
Those who are making a noise, we will write your names down and minus 10 from your presentation. We want this place to be as quiet as where? Thank you. Next is the topic, climate change is not a Western problem. The Ghanaian youth's climate fight starts now. Climate change is not a Western problem. The Ghanaian youth fight, hey, I've seen you. I've seen all the schools who are making noise. Please keep quiet for us. The Ghanaian youth climate fight starts now. This is between 2 schools. Oda Senior High School, represented by Ejay Nanama Irene and Ani Ejay Esiedu Emanuela. Keep clapping until they sit. And the competitor is Attafuah Shs. Represented by Ahondo Fidel and Katuga Linda. Put your hands together for them. You can have your seats. Are our speakers ready? All right. So first to present is the speaker representing Oda Senior High School.
Climate justice demands that those most responsible for causing the crisis must lead in fixing it, said by Mary Robinson, the former UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. That notwithstanding, an industrial son of the land, Kofi Annan, the former UN Secretary General, opined that the youth of Africa must take charge over their destiny, because if they do not, no one else will. Honorable Chairperson, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, respected teachers, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Ejay Nanama Irene from Oda Senior High School, and I'm truly honored to stand before you all here to speak on the topic. Quote, climate change is not a Western problem. The Ghanaian youth climate fight starts now. Unquote, the chair, please permit me to delineate on some salient vocabularies found the topic. According to the World Meteorological Organization, climate change is a term used to describe the changes in the states of a climate that can be identified by the changes in the average or the variability of its properties that persist for an extended period, typically decades or longer. Also, the youth, as defined by the Ghanaian context, are persons between the ages of 15 to 35 years. This definition is, however, beyond the United Nations definition of 15 to 24 years. The term, the youth, however, faces some hindrance, deterring them from the fight against climate change. To cite a concrete case, the youth voice are often marginalized in policy decision and in decision making. Also, high youth unemployment reduces their capacity to volunteer or lead climate campaigns. The term, ladies and gentlemen, kindly grant me the permission to clearly state that climate change is not an abstract, distant Western phenomenon. No, it is real, it is urgent, it is here right here in Ghana, from the disappearing Lake Busumche, which is recently behaving like the tidal waves of a sea, in a town called Abono, where I hail from, to the rising temperatures in Tamale, where you sitting here may even hail from. We are not spectators. We, the Ghanaian youth, are sufferers. And my reasons are as follows. Firstly, Ghana's agriculture is under threat. The chair, according to the Ghana Statistical Service, GSS in 2003, Ghana's agriculture sector employs 33% of the workforce. But a sad issue is climate change is shrinking rainfall, delaying planting season, and most of all, worsening food insecurities. Gone are the days where our parents could only observe the atmosphere and detect planting season. On the contrary, farmers are now confused. According to the World Bank, Ghana could see 7.2% decline in maize by 2050 due to erratic weather patterns. The chair, to mitigate this problem, we must protect climate-smart agriculture, and this includes drip irrigation and the planting of drought-resistant crops. The chair, the Youth in Agriculture program can make farming cool and climate resilient. My second point is coastal erosion and waste management crisis. The tribe, from Accra to Kumasi, floods destroys a home every rainy season. And from Adan to Keita, the rising sea levels are swallowing our homes, and as a result, 80% of our coastline is under threat. The tribe, according to the Environmental Protection Agency and NANMO, they link much of this to plastic waste choking our drains. This, not a Canadian's problem. Neither is it an American's problem. It is ours. And therefore, going forward, the youth must champion green urban planning and upcycling of plastic waste in producing materials such as tiles and furniture as a solution. My third point is deforestation and loss of biodiversity. Where's the mindset one of Fin Shelter? We are losing them at an alarming rate. My school, or Dance Senior High School, is only a distance or to the Brim River. But it is however shameful to boast of the adage, to wait an industrious daughter would drink on the Brim River. And this is as a result of illegal mining of Galamsey. Ghana had one of the highest rates of deforestation in Africa between 2017 to 2020, according to the Global Forest Watch. The youth must therefore champion afforestation campaigns. And let us all organize a student-led tree planting brigades. My last and final point is climate apathy and lack of education. The truth is, many Ghanaians still think climate change is a Western agenda. The Western world may have caused more emissions, but we in Africa, Ghana suffers first and worst. I reiterate, Ghana suffers first and worst. Therefore, to combat, the Ghana Education Service can roll out more climate clubs and eco schools, such as the environmental sanitation club we have in my school. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, as the African proverb says, if the youth are not initiated into the village, they will burn it down just to fill it warm. Let us not wait until our homes are burned by climate change before we act. The Ghanaian Youth Climate Fight starts now, and we will not stop until we secure a sustainable future. Arise, Ghana Youth, for your country. Arise, for the Ghanaian Youth Climate Fight indeed starts now. Thank you.
Thank you, Oda Shs. Shall we hear from Attafuah Shs?
The chair, panel of judges, distinguished guests, colleague students, ladies and gentlemen, I am highly elated to stand before this august house to deliver this speech on the topic, quote and unquote, climate change is not a Western problem. The Ghanaian Youth Climate Fight starts now. I am in the person of Ahunda Fidel, a proud student of Attafuah Senior High Technical School, located at Achimoda. The chair, according to Huang et al. 2012, climate change is the most controversial environmental problem facing the world. And from Eurobarometer 2008 report, climate change gains top priority on international political agendas. It is therefore not surprising that we are here today to talk about climate change. What then is climate change? According to MerMac 2014, climate change refers to the long-term change in the Earth's climate, including changes in temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns over a period of time. The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, also defines climate change as a change which is attributed directly or indirectly to human activities that alters the composition of the global atmosphere. From the aforementioned definitions, one can say that climate change is a situation where the natural composition of the Earth's climate is altered over a period of time through human activities. Ladies and gentlemen, evidences suggest that various activities directly or indirectly caused by humans have resulted in the release of large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, resulting to climate change. The chair, these activities that contribute to climate change are not only engaged by the Western people. Africans, Ghanaians inclusive, also engage in these activities. This is why climate change is not a Western problem, but a global problem affecting everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC 2014, Africa is one of the most vulnerable continents to climate change and climate vulnerability. Ladies and gentlemen, let me, at this juncture, take you through few activities that contribute to climate change. One of the major causes of climate change is the emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is released by burning fossil fuels like coal and oil for energy, transportation, and industry. Methane and nitrous oxide are emitted from agricultural activities, especially the use of synthetic fertilizers. All these gases tend to have an adverse effect on the climate. Deforestation is also a cause of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Therefore, cutting them down reduces the Earth's ability to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, resulting to climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, that in the light of the causes of climate change and its devastating effect, it is prudent that the Ghanaian youth rise for the climate fight. We are not helpless. We are innovators. We are leaders and warriors in the fight against climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, the youth are uniquely positioned to drive change. Our energy, our creativity, and our resilience are the forces that will shape our nation's response to climate change. The youth can lead an How can we lead this movement? The youth can lead an advocacy and awareness creation on climate change. We must educate our peers, families, and communities on climate change. The social media, schools, and grassroots campaigns can amplify our voice to drum home the message on climate change. This will go a long way to educate the masses to reduce, if not avoid, activities that contribute to climate change. In addition, the youth must put in efforts on tree planting and conservation. Let us afforest our lands, protect our natural resources, and demand accountability from those who exploit them irresponsibly. Moreover, as youth, we can engage in sustainable innovation. Sustainable innovation, from eco-friendly businesses to renewable energy solutions, must be the order of the day. Young minds in Ghana must harness technology and local resources to build sustainable systems that promote environmental awareness. Last but not least, policy influence. The youth must engage with policymakers to push for environmental laws, climate-focused investment, and green job opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to act is now. The struggle for climate justice does not begin tomorrow. It begins today, and it begins with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now to our judges for the questions.
Thank you very much, both schools. Now that we are looking at the role the youth can play in fighting climate change, let's look at the role of social media, all right, in fighting climate change. What are some of the strategies that you, Oda Senior High School, think that the youth of Ghana can use social media in fighting this menace of climate change? Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. To begin with, the youth, as me, in Oda Senior High School, I can promote climate change. That is through public education. We can conscientize people on the causes of climate change, its effects and solutions through the use of social media. Since we are the youth, we are the native use of the technology, we can educate people on the causes of climate change, its effects and solutions. Also, we can join cleanup exercises using the social media to organize clubs like the Green Ghana, Friday for Future, and many more. Also, we can teach people on how to reduce, reuse, and recycle plastic waste. We should avoid using disposing waste anyhow to promote sustainability. Also, we can promote in our agriculture. That is, in our agriculture sector, climate change is shrinking rainfall, delaying our planting season, and most of all, worsening food insecurity. We can educate people through the social media. We can do all this to promote and or prevent climate change in our society. Thank you so much.
So the next question goes to Attafuah Shs. Assuming you are the president of the land, what would you do differently to fight Galamsey?
Imagining I am the president of the land, I will organize seminars and summits for the youths in Ghana to attend so that they can get knowledge about Galamsey and its devastating effect on the nation. Moreover, Galamsey also destroys our forests and Galamsey also destroys our forests and our lands, that is, the sea and other resources that will contribute to the nation's development. Thank you.
Thank you. Speakers of both schools, thank you very much. I noticed that I mispronounced your school's name. Please come and correct Teacher Blessing. How do you pronounce your school's name?
Please, my school name is pronounced Attafuah Senior High Technical School. Attafuah Senior High Technical School. And when you say Attafuah, we say no to ungodliness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the name is Attafuah, not Attafuah. Oh, forgive me, okay. Attafuah, thank you so much for joining us. You can resume your seats now. A round of applause for our speakers.
Go, me. Hey, one leg to the left side, one leg to the, one leg to the right side, one leg to the. Listen, heavy shoulder.
Dreaming of studying abroad, United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, or other countries? Cooper Study International makes that dream a reality. With over 29 years experience in the school placement business, we provide expert guidance to prospective students from application to admission on visa processing, accommodation, travel, and scholarships. Our global partnerships open doors to prestigious universities worldwide, helping you gain world-class education and international exposure and preparing our students for their future careers. From your hometown to your dream destination, we work with you every step of the way. Cooper Study International, Ghana's premier college and university placement agency, is an efficient and very professional agency. Visit us today to take the next steps towards a successful career. Success starts here. Let's facilitate your study abroad journey smoothly.
Imagine a world without worry. A place where everyone is who they say they are, where the people and assets most important to you are protected. A safe space. For over 3 decades, Margins ID Group and its subsidiaries have been building this world. Our state-of-the-art access control systems, asset tagging systems, and CCTV installations ensure that the assets most important to you are protected. We have designed and built award-winning national identity infrastructures, supported by our ultra-modern in-house designed and built verification system. We are the identity experts. We represent you, and we are certified to do so. Proudly, the only African facility to be certified by Intergraph at central banking level. Margins ID Group, made in Ghana by Ghanaians for the world. Visit us now at www.marginsgroup.com.
Heavy shoulder. Heavy shoulder, on the shoulder, on the shoulder. Are you ready? Listen. One leg to the left side, one leg to the right side.
Now, to our next presentations, which will be on the topic, when will they hear us? The case for youth inclusion and national decision making. When will they hear us? The case of youth inclusion and national decision. The schools that are going to present on this topic are St. Louis SHS, represented by Ajua Kusiwa Akente and Gabriela Nanajua Owusu Danso. Round of applause as they join us. The next school is Epc Mawuko Girls SHS, ably represented by Sabina Agboklu and Esther Kwashi. Put your hands together for them as they join us. Presenting on the topic, when will they hear us? The case for youth inclusion and national decision making. Over to you, St. Louis SHS.
Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, and I quote, "We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." Yet the very youth that we are trying to prepare are being left out of the rooms where the future is being decided. Good afternoon to you, the Honorable Chairperson, the impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, opponents, students, guests, ladies, and gentlemen. I am Ajua Kusiwa Kenten, representing St. Louis Senior High School, and I am here to speak on the topic, quote and unquote, when will they hear us? The case for youth inclusion in national development. There comes a time in every generation when silence becomes a betrayal, not of others, but of ourselves. That time, let me tell you, is now. When will they hear us? It's not only a question, it is a challenge, a protest, and a demand. And it echoes even louder across the continent, where over 60% of our population is under 25 years. And this is according to UNFPA 2023. Yet the decisions that are being shaped for our lives are being made by people twice our age. There comes a time where every generation must stand up and fight and speak for themselves. This topic simply seeks to fight for the youth's opinion to be considered when the nation is making decisions. I stand here unwavering to voice out the reasons why I support this battle. UNESCO defines the youth as people aged 15 to 45. Not just as beneficiaries, but as architects of the future that we demand to shape today. Firstly, the chair, youth inclusion fosters policies that are future-focused and sustainable. Older generations may design policies that address short-term legacies, but it is the youth that deal with the consequences, be it climate change, debt accumulation, or broken education systems. For example, Uganda's youth unemployment rate stands at 12% nationally, and it stands at 20% in our urban centers, according to GSS 2023. Yet, the youth voice remains sidelined in the employment policy formulation. Allowing our young minds a seat at the table of formulation ensures that policies reflect the long-term interests of the nation and not just expedient needs of the political class. Moreover, the chair, democracy thrives on representation. If half of the population is young, yet decisions are made without the voice, then can we really say that our government is democratic? By integrating the youth into national discourse, we breathe life into our governance and encourage civic responsibility. When the youth are engaged, they do not burn down the system, they rather build it up. When the youth are engaged, they do so much more when given the chance. According to Mo Ibrahim's Foundation of African Youth Survey, 70% of African youth believe their voices are not heard by political leaders. Lastly, the digital age has created a new class of expertise where age does not equate to competence. In cybersecurity, digital marketing, AI governance, and green technologies, the youth possess a competitive advantage. For instance, 75% of African internet entrepreneurs are under the age of 35. Now, isn't that very impressive? And this is according to World Bank 2022. Ignoring this resource is not just unfair, it is unwise. It is like owning a treasure chest, but refusing to open it just because it is new. Some may argue that the youth are inexperienced, but I counter with this. What is experience without perspective? Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was only 41 years when he led our nation to independence. When the truth is, when the youth are mentored and trained, young people can rise to the occasion and often exceed our expectation. In conclusion, the chair, it is said that if you are not on the table, then you are on the menu. The youth are tired of being excluded from policy decision making. We are done and we demand to be involved. This is not a call for this tokenism. This is a call for partnership with our other generations. We are not acting to replace the old. No, we are acting to walk with them and blend our experience with their energy and their wisdom with our innovation. Just as a bird needs 2 wings to fly, so too does this nation need the vitality of the youth and the counsel of the elders to soar. Ladies and gentlemen, the youth are not waiting for tomorrow. We are building today. So I ask again, when will they hear us? I want to be heard. You want to be heard. We all want to be heard. And until they hear us, we will keep asking. We will keep pushing. We will keep fighting. Not in despair, but in defiant hope. And though we love tomorrow, thank you.
Thank you, St. Louis SHS. Now, shall we hear from Epc Mawuko Girls SHS?
The chair, distinguished guests, organizers and supporters of the program, fellow advocates, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sabaina Agboklu. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on the topic, quote and unquote, when will they hear us? The case for youth inclusion in national decision making. With this theme, the young people would like to be actively involved in national decision making on all platforms at the national level where their concerns will be implemented. According to the National Youth Authority Act 2016, Act 939, a youth is an individual between the ages of 15 and 35. For too long, the ideas, views, and experiences of the youth have been marginalized. The youth would like to be actively involved in national decision-making and policy formulations such as education, healthcare, employment, and political participation. Why have the youth been relegated for so long? Some state actors argue that the youth lack experience, maturity, or understanding of complex issues. However, these are misconceptions. Youth is a stage where the young people are at the peak of health, knowledge, creativity, and innovation. Why then should they be left out in national decision making? The youth bring fresh perspectives, innovative ideas, and a deep understanding of the challenges facing their generation. It is unfortunate to hear some prominent political figures make derogatory comments about the youth that they are senseless and cannot lead the nation. In Ghana's 9th Parliament, Honorable Eric Edem Agbana and Honorable Millicent Yeboah Amankwa are youth, yet they are performing creditably well. Likewise, Honorable Sami Jenfi and Honorable Dr. Frank Amwako Hene, who are political heads. The chair, it is worth acknowledging that Ghana has made attempts to include the youth in national decision-making processes. Notable among them are the Ghana Youth Manifesto, launched in March 2024, the National Youth Policy, and the Ministry of Youth, Development and Empowerment. All these policies seem to foster youth participation in national decision-making. In spite of these promising policies on paper, the reality of their implementation is inadequate. This, in our opinion, is mere tokenism. The youth deserve better. For instance, in the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, only 12 parliamentarians were youth, and that represented 4.36% of the members of Parliament, according to AfricanEditors.com. In the 9th Parliament, Out of 276 parliamentarians, only 4 are under the age of 35, representing 1.4%, manifesting the dwindling level of participation and inclusion of the youth in national decision-making. The chair, the Youth Opportunity and Transformation in Africa, YOTA, reported that the 2024 findings of the Ghana Youth Barometer on education and the future of the nation's youth suggest that 96.7% of the respondents, mainly youth, believe the educational system requires changes or improvements. The chair, the audience, the youth with a hopeful heart cry to be heard by the President of the Republic of Ghana and other state actors. This is not a cry of rebellion, but a clarion call to be recognized and be included in the decisions that affect the youth of this nation. The youth requires to be given a quota representation of 40% in Parliament, create platforms for youth engagement with policymakers, intensify capacity building programs for youth leaderships, and increase youth representation in decision-making bodies across all sectors. The chair, distinguished guests, organizers and supporters of the program, fellow advocates, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude with the powerful words of Busumuru Kofi Annan, the former UN Secretary General, that in a society that does not succeed in tapping into the energy and creativity of its youth will be left behind. This emphasizes the inclusion of the youth in national decision making. Thank you.
Thank you, Epc Mawuko Girls SHS. Now to our judges for their questions.
All right, thank you very much. Now to St. Louis Senior High School. In fact, the question we are asking is that when will we be heard, right? Now I am asking you that are the youth of Ghana indeed ready for national development? If yes, what shows? And if no, how can they be ready? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. The youth of Ghana are ready. But as you know, they are youth, they are young. They'll obviously make mistakes. That is why we need the leaders, the older generation. That is why we are not here to replace the older generation. We are rather here to partner with them. So we need them to work hand in hand with the youth so that development will thrive. Thank you.
Question to Mawuko Girls. Do you agree with the assertion that some of the youths are only interested in the economic gains when it comes to national inclusion? Do you agree with the assertion that some of the youths are only interested in the economic gains that comes with national inclusion?
Thank you for the question. I do not agree that the youth are only interested in the economic development of the country. The youth are interested in so many aspects, such as infrastructure and development. This they have shown by acting towards employment of different people in this economy, in this country. The economy is only one aspect of it. They have proven by supporting their fellow youth that are already in parliament to gain more positions, and they ask for a quota representation in parliament so that they will be able to use this opportunity to develop the country. Thank you.
And also, even if the youth are only interested in economical gain, why is it that when the 1 million project was introduced or was implemented in the nation, more than 1 million youth went. Was this related to the economy of the nation? No. The youth are interested to be included in the decision so that the future will benefit everyone. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, St. Louis SHS and Mawuko Girls SHS. Round of applause for them as you resume your seats. And this part is the part where we announce those who have qualified, the selection. Yes, we are going to award you now. This time is for presentation of awards, and I will go over to the judges as they give their comments and let us know, according to the experience, knowledge, observation, and candor, who is doing well and what has been observed. Those who taught me how to dance, are you here? Are you around? Energy neko for mana. Where are they? Give me a wave, because me, I'm ready to dance. Where are my dancers? Come and join me.
Diamond rings in your body, darling, come find me.
Come and show me how to dance.
Dreaming of studying abroad, United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, or other countries? Cooper Study International makes that dream a reality. With over 29 years experience in the school placement business, we provide expert guidance to prospective students from application to admission on visa processing, accommodation, travel, and scholarships. Our global partnerships open doors to prestigious universities worldwide, helping you gain world-class education and international exposure, and preparing our students for their future careers. From your hometown to your dream destination, we work with you every step of the way. Cooper Study International, Ghana's premier college and university placement agency, is an efficient and very professional agency. Visit us today to take the next steps towards a successful career. Success starts here. Let's facilitate your study abroad journey smoothly.
So join me, my dancers. If you can dance, if you want to teach your blessings and moves, come here. I want to learn. I'm waiting, please come.
If I embarrass you with my money, now let's fly out to Paris. Fly out to Paris, those Lamborghini Ferraris. In your tsunami, I want to swim with my baby. I get the money, find my demons on daily. Mama believe me, so I no need it. No, say them no, no see. Take off and then go trips. Jerry, boy, talking. Them no see. We take off and then go trips. Jerry, boy, talking. I get my top for my head, I'm a shaka, 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 shaka. I get my top for my head. I'm a shaka, shaka, shaka.
Let's go to our next dancer. Let's go. Eva, come on. KK. Hey. Gaga.
You want the boy? Show me your body. What's your big boy?
Say what?
And the money boy.
Hey.
So you want the boy? Show me your body. What's your big boy? And the money boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come everybody they go crazy, then they go crazy. want the boy? Show me your boy. What's your boy? And the money boy.
Alright,
So you
let's go, let's go.
Show me your boy. What's your boy?
Let's go, let's go.
Come on.
Hey. Come on, let's go.
Come you want the boy? Show me your boy. What's your boy? And the money boy. So you want the boy? Show me your boy. What's your boy? And the money boy. Come on, boy. Come on,
Let's go, let's go. Abba, give them. Hey, KK. Donation. I'm gonna be your baby.
Next pair of schools, Oda SHS, Attafuah SHS.
You like me. You make me want to freeze. Coming back on your knees, oh no. See no.
Oda SHS from Judge 1. Please keep quiet. Oda SHS. Judge 1 scored you 64%. Judge 2, 75. Judge 3, 76. Attafuah SHS. Judge 1 gave you 74. Judge 2, 68. Judge 3, 87. And the winner for that pair is Attafuah SHS.
Congratulations, Attafuah.
Pressure been rising. I've dreamed of getting kicked. When you see sexy body, see fian when it's sad. It is what I'm a cosa, I'm a kissla. Sa. Say pressure been rising. I've dreamed of getting kicked. When you see sexy body, see fian when it's sad. It is what I'm a cosa, I'm a kissla. Sa. I say you don't go get again, boy you won't get again. Make you no disturb me, cause I don't go demand you. Oh no, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late. You lost a good one, my opinion. Obia Shaman Rainbow. It's too late. It's too late. You lost a good one. My Obia Shaman Rainbow.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Normally, I could keep my cool, but tonight I'm whining.
I'ma be in a dangerous mood. Can you match my timing? Telling me that you really about it, what you're hiding. Talk is cheap, so show me that you understand how I like it. Can you blow my mind? Set off my whole body. If I give you my time, can you snatch my soul from it? I don't wanna wait. Come take it, take me where I ain't been before. Can you blow my mind? Set off my whole body, whole body.
Congratulations to the winners and all the best to all participating schools. The ones that did not qualify for the next round, you did so well. You must be the best to be chosen to represent your school. So all the best, and we celebrate you for your efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the National Girls Speech and Debate Championship, proudly brought to you by MerMac Productions.